All the readings we get for All Saints are also readings we hear at funerals. These are readings from the burial office, which is nice, because on days when we're gathered in this space to mourn someone that we miss, it can be difficult to concentrate on the fact that that is a resurrection liturgy and we're celebrating. So one day a year, we get to hear these readings, and we get to throw a big celebratory wake for all our saints and all our dead. Today is the day where Christians get to dip into the somewhat discouraged practice of ancestor veneration. It's a little on the pagan side for us. And where we get to feel the souls of all the people who have worshiped in the name of this congregation, in this neighborhood, for 112 years. Today we get to talk to our dead, the ones with their names on plaques on the walls and who are inscribed in the cup and the plates, the ones whose names are prefixed with the honorific saint in our tradition. And we get to love the millions of Christians who have gone before us, whose names are not remembered, but who baked the bread and swept the chancel and gave what they had and marched in the streets and tended the dying and led slave rebellions and sang songs and kissed their babies goodnight and in every way fought the good fight. Hi, dead ones. Thank you. Without you, there is no us. And honestly, we will join you soon enough. If you've ever wondered, like I did when I arrived here last year, why we have our parish anniversary on All Saints, despite being named Christ Church, there is a little history. When this community was founded, this neighborhood was not part of the city of Seattle. My New York friends are amused to learn that where we are standing is Brooklyn. The founding families chose All Saints as the name of this worshiping body, which is a little indecisive, but understandable. You don't want to pick. It's all of us. It's all of them. So, you don't want St. Peter and Paul to be duking it out. When the North End, this neighborhood, was scooped up and incorporated into the city of Seattle, there was a bit of an issue because there was already an All Saints Seattle in Rainier Beach. So this body changed our name to Christ Church to accommodate the other All Saints. Although somewhat sadly now, there's no Episcopal presence in that church. The All Saints building is now rented out to other congregations. That worshiping body has been closed. So there's no official Episcopal monument to all the saints. I've been wondering this week about that name change. About whether it's real, or if it actually means the same thing. St. Teresa of Avila wrote, "Christ has no body now on earth but yours. No hands but yours. No feet but yours. Yours are the eyes through which Christ's compassion is to look out to the earth. Yours are the feet by which he is to go about doing good. And yours are the hands by which he is to bless us now." The physical presence of Christ on earth right now is us. It's a little heavy, but real. It is every person who is fed by the body and who drinks the blood, who gets sprinkled or soaked with water and makes promises about how to live. It's us, the rest of the saints. There's no caped man coming to save us or to tell us what to do. We have a beautiful building. We have beautiful stories. We have a lovely and terrible library called the Bible. We have histories upon histories about people struggling to understand how to be for thousands of years. And we have family stories of this family and our own families. And we have prayer. We're not alone. We have tools and resources, the greatest of which is each other. And, if I might be so bold, we have the resource of our restlessness, our unease, and our jealousy. The negative feelings we have about church sometimes or about faith are also gifts because they are information. When I experience envy of someone else, it lets me know that there is something that I want. There's a way that I want to be in the world that I haven't been brave enough for yet. If there is a wish that you have, or a way that you want to be as a Christian, or a way that you wish our church was, say it. Tell your friends or me, or write a newsletter article about it. I trust that God has given us benevolent restlessness, the thing that makes us just uncomfortable enough to want to change and grow. And I believe that God is still and constantly working on us, which is not particularly pleasant all the time. I'd invite you today with me to sit in the quiet moments after the sermon, to rest in all those souls who have held this place, who have held you, to rest in gratitude for the living and the dead that surround us. We are surrounded on all sides by the saints in this room. We're not perfect. Saints have never been perfect. But we have endured much, which is what saints do. And we have worshiped in love, which is what saints do. We are them, the body of Christ, the rest of the saints, the not fancy ones. The communion of saints is before us and behind us and around us. And if that's not a reason to celebrate, I don't know what is.